in the beautiful Singapore at Consensus event, and we're here with Hycon. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Niall. I'm the tech lead of Hycon.
Nice. Hycon protocol, another protocol layer. Could you explain what it is?
Yeah, sure. So Hycon is a protocol that we built from scratch. What we've done is we've taken what we think are the best aspects of certain other protocols and kind of bundled them all together into kind of our own cake, as it were. We've taken these ingredients and kind of put them together, and we've formed something that we think will be really scalable on chain moving forward. And that's kind of our main focus. We're doing about 100 transactions per second currently, but that's just the beginning.
So it can be, I mean, we have here Silica, of course, Neo, I've seen one chain. What makes you different from these projects?
What we're looking at doing is putting currency back in cryptocurrency. It's not something you hold on to. It's not something that you just trade speculatively. It's something that you can use to go and buy a cup of coffee. It's something you can use to order a pizza. You know, this is kind of, we want to bring real world usability back into the blockchain space. Instead of it being, oh, the price has gone up 10%, it must be a great coin. It's like, no. I want to be able to say, oh, I can buy something with it. Good, let's do it.
And are you also looking for projects that can be built on this protocol, or how does it work?
So to begin with, what we're doing is we are building our base layer. Second layer solutions, once we've built a solid base layer, second layer solutions will be able to be built on top of it. But for the moment, it's about building the fastest possible base layer that we can. And the way we're doing that, we're starting off, like as I said, our current implementation is about 100 transactions a second. We're going to improve that to maybe 250 next month. We're going to be doing that. We're going to reduce our blocks time by half, and that's how we're going to get that throughput increase. Moving on to next year, we're actually going to be implementing a DAG structure, which is really cool. We're going to be using a consensus algorithm called SPECTRE, which allows us to order the transactions in this DAG state, which will give us even more throughput, and we can reduce our block time to 1 second and kind of see silly numbers, I guess it would be.
I remember a few names that are actually doing this DAG structure. I mean, it's quite popular now.
Yeah, it's popular. A lot of people don't really understand what a DAG is, because there's no like one form of a DAG. A DAG is just the name of a data structure. Like you look at how other projects are doing it, and you know they're using a DAG in one way. Another project might be using a DAG in another way, and we're using a DAG in our own way. Like it's just a data structure. It's not magic. It's just it's a way of structuring a chain that is not specifically linear. So you need to use some more novel consensus mechanisms in order to keep things flowing.
I mean, the governance is proof of work at the moment, and you're gonna actually broaden it with the DAG. How does it work? Maybe for just in simple words.
Basically, so the proof of work is used to. It's almost like it's analogous to a voting system. By solving the proof of work, you get the vote to publish a block. So rather than, say, just publishing a bunch of transactions and then being in a DAG, our DAG will be a DAG of blocks. So you'll still have that process where somebody has to solve the proof of work calculation in order to publish a block. And that block of transactions, rather than being fitted into a linear chain, it will fit into a DAG of blocks. And if there's a problem with conflicting transactions, for example, then we would run the consensus algorithm to decide, okay, we're going to do these transactions before these transactions, and if those transactions don't match up, we'll throw those ones away. And that's kind of basically how it works.
And you still have, I mean, what are the next plans actually? You have already MVP, of course. What are the next steps for this year and next year?
So at the moment, so far we've been listed on 3 exchanges. As I said, we're going to cut our block time in half by implementing Ghost, which is used in Ethereum, which allows for better decentralization of mining, which will help us build up our hash power, secure the network more, and encourage more participation. And then next year the focus will be entirely on moving to that DAG structure so that we can really scale things up and really become something that you can use in the real world.
Lots of work to do, eh?
Yeah, lots of work to do, but you know, we've got a great team and we're confident we can deliver on it.
And you're based in South Korea, and it's all regulated there, or how does it work?
Korea is it's a grey area regulatory wise. Like The regulation is in the works. Like the government is very interested in promoting blockchain as a technology, but they're also interested in regulating cryptocurrency because there have been a lot of cases where investors have got burned and there have been exchanges that have been hacked and various other kind of problems within the cryptocurrency space. Whereas the government itself is actually pushing forward with blockchain-based projects. Like we did one in partnership with a local government where we're building a local cryptocurrency. So you could basically, if you participate in community work, you get these tokens and you can use them to pay for your parking, for example. Like it's like a local kind of token kind of reward scheme, but built on blockchain. So there's a bunch of these kind of things going on in Korea. So the legislation is in the works, but it remains to be seen what will happen. Will it be blockchain over here and cryptocurrency over here, or will it be kind of a blanket regulation? Like we just don't know yet.
So maybe can you still, I mean the token sale is ended, but can you still, of course, yeah, it's listed so people can buy the tokens. Maybe for private investors you can do a short in 2 sentences, why would it be interesting to invest in Hycon?
Currently we are, I think, valued quite in a place where there's a lot of room for growth. Like our market capitalization is quite low, about $35 million, something like that. I think we're around 120, 130 by market cap. Like there's a lot of potential for growth. And what we're trying to do now is build real world use cases to drive people to buy Hycon, to use it, not to hold it. But by people just buying it to use it, you know, that will naturally create a market for it. And that's what we hope to do.
So actually the utilization of the token is a payment token in the system itself.
It's a cryptocurrency. It's not something you hold. It's a cryptocurrency. I want it to be used as currency.
Thank you very much,
Yeah, sure.
Neil, and all the best with the project.
Thanks.
All right. Yes.